So, my therapist fired me. I'm Unconventional Pastor Paul. I'm sharing my story to encourage others to work towards an emotional and spiritual well being that we can walk alongside each other together to a better life. I've been seeing an amazing therapist for about 2 years. She told me that we were hitting a trauma wall that was making it impossible for us to move forward. Now, I have dissociative identity disorder. That means I have parts that were very attached to the therapist and terrified at the idea of starting something new. But the parts also understand that some of us are trapped in moments that we can't get out of because of the trauma that was put upon us by authority figures, parents, and others. The religiousness of our household, being sad, was a sign of weakness and lack of religious fervor and attachment to God. Psychology or therapy were of the world, which meant of the devil. We should just take our problems to Jesus. I was told that boys shouldn't run like a girl or throw like a girl, and certainly shouldn't cry like one. So I did as I was told. I bottled up all that pain for Jesus and just felt like the depression that it brought upon me was because I was bad. Every night I just prayed that little poem that I would die before I wake and the Lord my soul would take. And I see that Christianity makes so many others do the same. Stuff those feelings. It's better to look good than to be good. And it's certainly better to fake it than live authentically as yourself. And if it causes you to die of a heart attack or sleep apnea or depression or a self-inflicted harm, hey, you did that for Jesus. But I'm making the change to a trauma specialist because I realize life is supposed to be messy. And I don't have to live in denial of giving it to Jesus. I can really work through what's happening inside. And I can tell others God is not mad at you for being in the messiness of the emotions of life. In fact, the Bible says Jesus didn't come to condemn you for those things, but to sozo you, to reconcile you to your identity. After all, nurseries are messy, cemeteries are neat. One of those has life in it, and the other is death. All of us in here, all of my parts, will keep you updated on our journey.